What's good, everybody? It's the Clown and Cap Show. What a weekend in sports, especially for the NFL. I mean, obviously, we got to see McGregor get knocked out, which was really sad on my part because I'm a huge McGregor fan. But look, I believe everyone has to get humbled at one point. But really, a big upset in the NFL. When I say that, it's not really too of an upset. But look, Green Bay came in as favorites, the number one seed, and they still lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I don't blame Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers actually had a pretty good game. He had 3 touchdowns and 1 interception on 346 yards passing. My whole thing is dealing with Green Bay is their coach, Matt LaFleur. What are you thinking? You know what I'm saying? Like, giving up a touchdown at the end of the half, number one. Okay, the game is 10-14. If I'm the defensive coordinator for Green Bay, I'm sitting back and thinking, hey, look, don't let them go past you. We could give up 3 points. 17-10 at halftime. We're fine with that. Instead it's 21-10 at half when we give up a touchdown on the left side. To me, it just doesn't make sense for Green Bay. And is Aaron Rodgers going to come back? No. Aaron Rodgers is gone out of Green Bay. I absolutely believe that. I believe he's wanting to trade. This is built up over a couple years. Let's fast forward to last year. What happened with Aaron Rodgers? Well, you know what? Green Bay said we're going to draft a quarterback. That's what they did. They drafted a quarterback instead of adding help for Aaron Rodgers. Just think if Aaron Rodgers had an extra weapon, maybe an extra tight end or an extra slot receiver out there for Aaron Rodgers to help him. Or maybe a DB instead of a backup quarterback that sees no clock. To me, it doesn't make sense for Green Bay. And all these mental mistakes, they added up for Green Bay all the way up into this game. And to me, what was really stunning about it, was really Brady. He had a great first half, okay? He had 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions overall. In the second half, it was like, man, Tom Brady's really trying to give up the game. Really? It was 24-10. Not looking good for Green Bay. Green Bay comes down and scores. And to me, it was one of the things where it was like, all right, well, Packers are really going to come back. Tom Brady's throwing picks. He threw for 3 interceptions in this game in the NFC Championship. Yet they cannot still win. They couldn't win. Tampa still pulled it out. And it really, Matt LaFleur, I don't know what he's thinking. It was fourth quarter, 4th and goal on like the 8-yard line. They got Aaron Rodgers, yet they like to kick the field goal. You guys are down by 8 in the playoff games. You're 1 game away from a Super Bowl, and you're going to like to kick a field goal and go down 5 points and not go for the tie? It makes no sense to me. I knew Green Bay was losing the game when they did that, when they took off Aaron Rodgers off the field. And I'm thinking, really? You guys are going to take one of the best quarterbacks of our generation today out of the field and have your kicker kick the kick that is really irrelevant. For real. To me, I'm still scratching my head. I'm thinking, Green Bay, you guys have fun because I get it. History. You guys won the first 2 Super Bowls. I get all that. To me, this is beyond this. This is beyond. This is like elementary. This is flag football. To me, it makes no sense. What is Matt LaFleur thinking? Kick a field goal on 4th and goal. You got Aaron Rodgers. You guys are down by 8 at home. Under 4 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, and you would like to kick a field goal. I believe it was like 2 minutes and 2 minutes and some seconds left in the game. And they still kick the field goal. And they put all the trust in their defense. And I'm thinking, if I'm Coach Matt, why do that? We just gave up a huge play to end the half. We gave up a touchdown instead of a field goal. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. And Rodgers, after the game, he said he had no say in that. Obviously, to me, I think Aaron Rodgers, we'll hear in the next month or so, Aaron Rodgers requests a trade. He's done. He is done in Green Bay. This is, to me, I would be so fierce and mad right now if I'm Aaron Rodgers. Why? Because they never gave you an opportunity to beat Tom Brady, a 6-time Super Bowl champion. It makes no sense to me. It was like Matt was playing not to lose the game. He was playing too conservative. This is 100% on Coach Matt and the Green Bay coaching staff all around, from defense to special teams to everything. You play Tom Brady, and really, Brady didn't have a great game. 3 interceptions. If Brady throws for 3 interceptions in any playoff game, we're looking back and thinking, wow, what was the score? What did Tom lose by? What did they lose by? But no, it wasn't. To me, it was crazy. Chris Godwin, the receiver for Tampa, what a game. He had 5 receptions on 110 yards, and they punched their ticket to the Super Bowl. This is Tom Brady's 10th Super Bowl appearance. Crazy to me. He's great. He is the GOAT, no doubt about it. We can say what they want. We have to understand Tampa this time last year was 7-9 and not even make the playoffs. Now they're in the Super Bowl. They are playing at home and they play the Kansas City Chiefs. This is going to be great. This is great for the NFL. I love it. But looking back, Brady against the Packers. I mean, Brady kind of did get lucky in some ways, but it was just one of the things where it's like, man, 3 picks, and yet Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay still loses when Tom Brady throws for 3 interceptions. It makes no sense to me. I don't get it. It's really all on the head coach. It goes back to the head coach on this. And we'll look back and we'll look at that first half. Why did was it a blown coverage? Why didn't the Green Bay's defensive coordinator tell the defensive backs, hey, do not let him get past you? Hey, that's fine if they have a 25, 30-yard pass and they're in the goal line. Okay, they're on the 5-yard line, 10-yard line, 15-yard line inside the red zone. That's fine. Just don't give up the touchdown, and they gave up the touchdown. It makes no sense. And then, like I said, the 4th and goal on the 9-yard line. And you guys that like to kick the field goal, to me, the whole sequence didn't add up when they were 1st and goal on the 9 or 10-yard line. Every time they threw the ball, I thought, what, maybe give it a run or so. 1st and goal, why not run there? 1st or 2nd down, run the ball. Get a couple yards. Get 5 or 6 yards. Who knows? You might have ran for a touchdown. And I saw on 3rd and goal, Aaron Rodgers looked like he had some room to run. I get that. I just think really, the play calling was really suspect. I think when you're 1st and goal on the 9-yard line, one of those downs, run the ball. Typically on 1st and 2nd down, you run the ball there. Get 4 or 5 yards, even 3 yards. We'll take 3 yards if you're Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers can run it in for 5 yards and take a hit and be fine and go for the 2-point conversion, which I still didn't make sense to me. And this goes back to Coach Matt LaFleur. I don't get it. I don't get it. I understand go for 2 when it's 23-28 to make it 25-28. But, to me, if I got Aaron Rodgers, I kick the extra point, make it 24-28, and people are like, well, Cap, you have to score a touchdown. That's fine. I have Aaron Rodgers. We're in 4-down territory. This is the playoffs. Every down in the second half is 4-down territory to me. Okay, we're not kicking field goals. The way we beat a Super Bowl champion and to become Super Bowl champions is not through field goals. It's through touchdowns. We have to score touchdowns to win it. And I get it, a game-winning field goal, that's different. But, dude, this is all on Green Bay's coaching staff. This had nothing to do with Tampa Bay's coach. For real. Had nothing to do with that. It had to do with Matt, the newer head coach. I believe he's been there for a year or 2, maybe 3. To me, it just doesn't make sense. Aaron Rodgers is gone, and now, like I said, Tom Brady's in his 10th Super Bowl. Amazing to me. And he's playing the Kansas City Chiefs. Speaking of the Kansas City Chiefs, they beat the Bills. Look, that was my lock pick. If I had a lock pick, it was definitely Kansas City over the Buffalo Bills. Look, Josh Allen really improved. What do the Buffalo Bills have to do this offseason? Obviously, add some more tools for Josh Allen. Add some receivers. Add some better offensive linemen. And absolutely, of course, add some better defensive players. I feel like if Buffalo's defense gets really legit, a better pass rush, absolutely the Buffalo Bills could be up there. We could see them back this time next year in the AFC Championship game against Kansas City, or who knows, maybe Baltimore. But to me, it's just one of them things where it's like the Bills, they did great. Obviously, they came up short. But to me, the Kansas City Chiefs, obviously defending Super Bowl champions, they are the team to beat. They will be the favorites. No doubt. No doubt about it. It starts with Patrick Mahomes. What a game. 325 yards with 3 touchdowns. Crazy. In the other week, the last week, he ended up getting hurt, concussed. So to me, this is great. The Super Bowl's here. I love it. Tyreek Hill, he had 9 receptions on 172 yards. To me, that's a difference maker. If Kansas City wants to win the Super Bowl, it's going to have to go through Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. I get it. Kelsey's a huge part, but ultimately, Tyreek Hill is the one that really explodes. I mean, we saw it in the Super Bowl last year against the 49ers. He had a big deep pass to Tyreek Hill. So I think the explosive plays, if Tampa minimizes the explosive plays from Kansas City, we could see it on both sides. I think this is great. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, they are 100% the new England Patriots. I believe that. I think they can win Super Bowl after Super Bowl. Now, mind you, they are playing Tom Brady and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, okay? So let's not forget that. Tom Brady's been to 10 Super Bowls, won 6 of them. Easily could have won all of them. Two of the times against the Eli Manning and the Giants were one or two plays away. Where it's just like, dude, really? I mean, we could say that for the Seattle game when Pete Carroll didn't hand it off to Marshawn Lynch, all that jazz. But at the end of the day, we have Tom Brady. He's been in this moment many, many times. And we saw back in 2016 against Atlanta Falcons when they fell down to 28-3. Most people would have gave up there. Most people would have said, you know what, I'm throwing in the towel. I'm done. I give up. But we're talking about the GOAT here, Tom Brady. Never give up. Never, ever, ever give up. It's never too late. And look at him now. Tampa last year, 9-7. Now they're in the Super Bowl. Crazy to me. But Kansas City, they will be favorites. They are the team to beat. It really boils down to Tampa Bay's defense versus Kansas City's offense. Can you guys put pressure on Patrick Mahomes? Can you force Patrick Mahomes to throw interceptions? Because if Patrick Mahomes throws for 2 interceptions, no doubt, I got Tampa Bay. But if Patrick Mahomes has one of the games like he did last week, 0 turnovers, playing a great game, 3 or 4 touchdowns, now we are leaning more towards Kansas City. But I can't wait. What a weekend. What a weekend for sports in general, overall. Obviously, going back to the Packers game, really frustrating. The Packers had their ticket to the Super Bowl. They really did. Home field, you guys are going to play in Tampa. If you beat Tampa, you guys are 3-point favorites coming in. All the overs hit. 53 was the over-under in the Packers Bucks. That was over. Same thing with Kansas City. I told you normally to go over when a team is playing Kansas City because Kansas City puts up crazy numbers. But overall, it's just like, dude, for Green Bay, Rodgers is gone. Now we got the Super Bowl. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Tampa Bay, at home, playing Kansas City. That has to be an advantage. I don't care what anybody says. It is an advantage. When you have your home field, it's the Super Bowl, first time in history. The first time ever their home team is actually playing in the Super Bowl. This is great. I mean, Tom Brady could have scripted it better. I assume Tom Brady was looking at this, last year when he finally signed the deal with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 2 years, $50 million, I believe it was. To me, Tom Brady had that in his vision. He said, you know what, dang. This time next year, the Super Bowl's in our home stadium? No way. Tom Brady was scratching his head saying, baby, Giselle, we got this. Let's move to Tampa. I'll sign a 2-year deal. We'll play in that Super Bowl that year and have the best shot to win the Super Bowl at home. There's no excuses for Tom Brady anymore. You guys, seriously, there never was, okay? I would say the excuses was Bill Belichick, and a lot of people are like, well, Bill Belichick, no. Now it's kind of looking like, well, Bill Belichick had the luckiest player, the greatest of all time quarterback that he had. Like for real. Where's Bill Belichick now? Bill Belichick is watching this at home thinking, man, why did I get rid of Tom Brady? Why did I? That just didn't sink in right. We have to understand Tom Brady beat Drew Brees in the playoffs, beat Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. And if he beats Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, dude, I don't know what to say. If I'm Tom Brady, I'm saying, you know what, I'm done. Forget next year. I'm off in the sunset, dude. 7 rings, I'm retired. Mark it off the list. But I think Tom Brady, 100%, win or lose this Super Bowl 55, I do believe he will return next year. He will. He signed a 2-year deal, playing until he's 44, 45. That's crazy to me. We don't really see that unless you're like a kicker or a punter. This is amazing. You guys can throw shade all you want. This is going to be a great Super Bowl. Obviously, dealing with COVID and all this, a lot of the fans cannot attend. But I will assume that, hey, there's going to be at least 10,000 people there, for Tom Brady, for the Bucks. This is great. And since the last time the Bucks made the playoffs, they won the Super Bowl back in 2002 with John Gruden, Coach Gruden. Amazing to me. Now Tampa, years later, makes the playoffs. Now they're in the Super Bowl. Can history repeat itself? I absolutely do believe that. I cannot wait, baby. It's the Cloud and Cam Show. Let's go!